Hello and welcome to the Team Talk on Hibs TV. With the club moving in the right direction, we welcome the visit of Motherwell today. The team we beat 3-0 back in November to move off the bottom of the table, and since that point we've not looked back since. With the men's team on the up, the women's team are also on the up, and I'm delighted to be joined by the star striker Eilidh Adams, who's been pivotal in that. Eilidh, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem at all. It's a good time at the moment, isn't it, to be a Hibs fan?
Yeah, I think so. I think you go through the ups and downs throughout the season, but the good times are definitely good. And yeah, just now the team seem to be doing really well, so hopefully we can continue that today on the pitch. Yeah,
there's a real belief, isn't there, among the squad at the moment. You share obviously HTC with the men's players. Do you get that vibe from there?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously we see each other in and about the training ground, and it's nice to kind of interact, and you can tell when maybe times are going better than others. But yeah, I think just now it seems really good and everyone's spirits are quite high.
Yeah, what did you make of the performance against Rangers?
Exciting, I think, obviously full of goals, which is always good as a spectator. But I think, yeah, it just kind of showed that character and belief within the squad that maybe hasn't been there before. Maybe that comes from David Gray, kind of putting that belief into his players, and that belief that, yeah, the game's still there to kind of get points from it. So it was really exciting to watch.
Yeah, and that's everything Hibs fans want, isn't it? That character, belief and the grit to keep on going when things are difficult.
Yeah, I think so. I think the fans love it when the players are playing for the badge. That's probably the biggest thing they want to see. So that was definitely, you could see that on Sunday, and it was, yeah, really good to watch.
Yeah, and a great moment again for Rocky right at the end.
Yeah, I love it. Love the celebrations as well. It's great to see.
Fantastic. Well, let's just take a quick look back then at that 3-3 draw, our last game here at Easter Road.
By Martin Boyle and thumped clear by the Rangers defence. Rocky here is under pressure for McMahony, but he does well. Rangers will nick possession back. Hadji now inside the Hibs penalty area, cuts the ball across, and Rangers have the lead. Hibs can't get the ball clear. Corner comes into the edge of the 6-yard box. Lewis Miller wins that one convincingly. Rangers though in possession through Yilmaz on the edge of the centre circle. Diamandi. Ball chipped towards the back post, and Jordan Smith throws himself to his left-hand side, but he can't get there. Hibs have the free kick. Iredale clips the ball to the far edge of the area. Won by Lewis Miller. Josh Campbell's shot is blocked. Rocky cushions it down. It's a chance. It's in the net. Hibs have one back. It's Martin Boyle. Chris Cadden now drives towards the edge of the Rangers area. Stabbed through. Chance here. Is that a penalty? John Beaton looks and points to the spot. Hibs have a penalty kick. Boyle steps up, right-footed. Drills it right down the middle with pace into the back of the net. Hibs are level. Hibs 2, Rangers 2. Diamandi keeps it alive for Rangers. Czerny. Diamandi inside the Hibs area. Back again for Czerny. Hibs have bodies back. Czerny goes for the byline. Cuts it across. Rangers have a third. And it's Igmani again who just peels off his man. Left-footed. Good delivery. Rocky's there. Hibs have an equaliser. Rocky is the man. Hibs 3, Rangers 3. An absolute beautiful delivery again from Nicky Cadden-Joel.
Yeah, some really great scenes at the end of the game. Just then, Eilidh, you mentioned the belief at the training centre. I suppose when you come back from 2-0 down against Rangers and then go behind again to make it 3-2 and then equalise right at the end of the game, that just makes or creates a momentum and belief that's even stronger than what was before.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously it'll give them belief for games like this going into today. I think obviously Rangers as well has come off the back of a good result, so they were feeling probably quite positive. So yeah, I think it just shows that they're capable of getting these results, and yeah, I think today it's a big game, so if they can get the win, that puts them in a good position.
It says a lot as well when you're 2-0 down against a side like Rangers, like you say, that's just come off the back of beating the league leaders Celtic. Because a lot of teams would have crumbled at that point at 2-0 and just thought, well, let's just hold out, try not to concede, and we'll move on to the next game, but not this team.
Yeah, I think so. I think, as you say, it just kind of shows that belief within the squad, and that might have been something that's been missing previously at times within the season, but yeah, it's definitely here just now, so hopefully they can continue that now.
Yeah, and we haven't mentioned Martin Boyle, actually, who was fantastic in that game. Obviously scored twice as well, but certainly since that kind of Aberdeen away game, he's been in great form, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think that Aberdeen game that was where he kick-started his form, and since then he's just been brilliant for the squad. He's that player that comes up with a pivotal moment within the game, and that's why you want him on the pitch, and yeah, hopefully that he can do the same again today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the men's team picked up a good result against Rangers. The women's team went one better and beat them just before the winter break. How big of a result was that?
Yeah, it was massive. I think, it's probably been a long time coming. We always have quite a close game with them, and yeah, the previous game before that at the start of the season, we probably should have won. Had an opportunity to win it in kind of the closing minutes, and then we conceded to get a draw, which is still a good result. But yeah, I think we felt we deserved something from that game. So then to go one better and go to their home game and beat them, it was a brilliant feeling, and yeah, definitely one that has been a long time coming since I've been at the club, not beating them. So it was really, really nice, and just a good way to kind of finish that part of the season. Yeah, and some brilliant goals, as you can see, from Kathleen, and then Rosie coming on and making an impact, which she's getting into a good habit of doing. So yeah, it was really positive.
Yeah, you and Kathleen have been banging the goals in this year, haven't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's kind of good and healthy competition going on there. We're both pushing each other, and both seem to be in good form, which is always nice. And as a striker, that's our jobs. That's what we're here to do. So it's good. It's good for the team.
Yeah, and a great finish there from Rosie Livingston as well. Like you say, she's popping up with some really important late goals as well, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. She seems to be making a habit of it. Obviously, coming off the bench at Tynecastle and scoring the winner against Hearts doesn't really get much better than that. So and then she's done it again against Rangers, and that probably sealed it for us. So. Yeah, Rosie's someone I think that also really deserves that. She's worked so hard with her injuries. She's come back in really good shape, and yeah, I'm really chuffed for her.
Did I see somewhere that she said that she's almost learning how to celebrate again? Have you been helping her with that?
Yeah, I'm not much of a celebrator, but she seemed to, after she scored against Hearts, she just kind of didn't know what to do with herself. So yeah, since then she's been trying to practice it. She always seems to know where the camera is, to be fair, as you could see in that Rangers clip. But yeah, she's getting there.
Fantastic. And then obviously now you guys have your winter break. You've come back. Spartans up next, and then the Sky Sports semi-final against Aberdeen following that. A busy month for you guys.
Yeah, big month. Definitely games that we'll be looking to win. I think the semi-final against Aberdeen is massive because cup finals is where we want to be as a club. And hopefully we can get to that and then see what happens. Yeah,
and obviously the Spartans game in the league is really important as well, because the top of the table's so tight this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I think anything could happen, kind of thing. All the teams it's probably the closest it's been yet in the women's league, which is really exciting. I think kind of the European spots are up for a grab and stuff. So yeah, every single game is massively important for us. So yeah, we'll be looking to. It won't be an easy game, but we'll be looking to win it tomorrow.
I was going to say, how pleased have you been with the first half of the season and the position we're in now, pushing on to the second half?
Yeah, I think we've only kind of really slipped up once against Partick Thistle, which we were disappointed with. But I think we've been winning games that maybe previously we've slipped up on or not able to find the back of the net. So I think we've put ourselves in a really good position, and hopefully we just need to continue that now into the second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good luck for the rest of the season. We'll go to a quick ad break now, but make sure you stay with us because we'll be looking ahead to today's game against Motherwell and hearing from David Gray as well.
I'm getting some work done. Enough of that. I am totally winning! Oh, and relaxing.
Here's your water.
With a coffee, thank you. doing all of this on my way to Mum's. Because it's all possible on an LNER train.
Next stop, London.
And I'm almost there.
Hello and welcome back to Hibs TV as we continue to build up to today's game against Motherwell. I just want to take a moment, Eilidh, and go all the way back to November, which probably was the turning point. The Aberdeen game here was a big one, but then to back that up with a 3-0 win away against Motherwell was almost the catalyst for this fantastic run.
Yeah, I think so. I think, as you say, the Aberdeen game here was kind of maybe pushing towards that, and then to go away and win that game, I think it was massive, but it was also really important, and then that continued, and I think it has, and I think the club's had that belief within David Gray to kind of keep him here and let him have time to kind of work his magic, I guess. So it's all really positive.
And I suppose the manner of the result as well, it wasn't just a 1-0, the fact that it was 3-0 away from home, a really, really good performance as well, just gave everyone that. We spoke a lot about belief, I understand, but that belief and confidence to kick on from that point. Yeah,
I think so. I think, as you say, we keep saying belief, but that is the main thing within it. I think as well the quality of the performances has improved alongside that with that belief. I think you can see as well the team's gelling really well and really nicely together, and it's all kind of coming together quite nicely. Keeping that going is probably the main thing now, but it's all really great to see. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, let's just take a quick look back then at that fantastic result at Fir Park.
Flicked on by Miller to halfway, but it's picked up now by Triantis for Hibs. Eilidh Adams nicely out to Nicky Cadden on this near side. Whips the ball in early. And get Oxborough, it's in the net! Well, that was a mistake by Aston Oxborough, the Motherwell keeper. It was clipped in left-footed by Nicky Cadden. Oxborough came for it, got absolutely nowhere near it. Junior Hoylett behind him to roll it into the empty net. Into the 6-yard box, flicked onto the back post, and it's in. Hibs have a second. Scrambled, but it looks like Jack Iredale, or was it Mikola Kukarevic? Kukarevic, it looks like he got the final touch. There's is long once again. Oh, it's bounced over the Motherwell defender's head. Dwight Gale, can he get the break of the ball? He does, nods it into the path of Campbell, and he finishes, and Hibs have a third! Yes. Josh Campbell it is. Motherwell getting in all sorts of trouble on the edge of their own 18-yard box there. Dwight Gale stuck at it. Managed to nod the ball back into Josh Campbell's path, and under pressure the Hibs midfielder slots it beyond Oxford into the bottom corner. 80 minutes on the clock. Motherwell 0, Hibs 3.
Yeah, fantastic performance, Eilidh, there against Motherwell, a side that we've already played twice this season. I suppose from a team perspective, it's good that they know everything about Motherwell, having played them twice already.
Yeah, I think so. As you say, they kind of know maybe the players to watch out for and the places to exploit on the pitch. I'm sure they'll have a game plan ready to kind of go and hopefully play some really exciting football again.
Yeah, Motherwell obviously came out on top here at Easter Road earlier on this season when we were in that difficult run of form. One of their big strengths on that day was their ability from set pieces and long throws. It's something that we'll have to be aware of today.
Yeah, I think so. I think set plays are probably quite a big opportunity within the game. So yeah, for them, they need to make sure they're switched on to it and just alert. And yeah, I think they've been doing quite well recently with that. So hopefully that's something they can continue and yeah, just be aware for.
I suppose from a Hibs perspective, it's all about us though, isn't it? Continuing this good run of form, but focusing on our strengths in a game like today.
Yeah, I think so. I think focusing on ourselves will be big today. We've beaten them before, so yeah, I think just concentrating on ourselves and hopefully if we play how we've been playing and with that belief throughout the game, we should see a good result today.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dwight Gale scored in the set up. I think Josh Campbell scored, didn't he, at Fir Park? And he also won the Hibs Goal of the Month for December, which is sponsored by Christophe Deschamps. Let's just have a quick look at that one. Looking to switch it, but Chris Cadden's read it well and tries to find Dwight Gale, who stretches and keeps the ball in play. Flicks it back to Chris Cadden, who has options and does well to find Nectar Triantis. The switch is on and he finds Nicky Cadden down this left-hand side. Nicky looking to put another quality delivery, and it's in! Dwight Gale scored! And Hibs lead here at Tynecastle!
Told you, he knows where to be. Where to be. Every single time.
Some delivery again by Nicky Cadden, by the way.
Area the box he's put that in, brilliant. But if you just watch Dwight Gale, the work he does over this side of the pitch, first to keep the ball in. Then he just knows where to be.
He runs
right across the striker.
Both centre halves,
honestly, the timing of it, the timing, and again the finish. He just knows it's going to bounce up, in step of the foot, opens it up. No chance. You got no chances as a goalkeeper there.
Yeah, you said, didn't you, as soon as he came on, it's about what's in his head and the movement for the goal. Like
it's
you
a
say.
great ball.
Before we talk about the goal, Eilidh, I just wanted to talk about the away end that day. Obviously, you were in there. Just talk about the emotion, the scenes when that goal went in.
Yeah, I think it was a special day. Loved every second of it. I think that's probably one that's been a long time coming. Been to a few derbies at Tynecastle and probably not quite got that result and felt that feeling. But yeah, to be in that stand. And you could see how much it meant to the players as well at the end, coming over and celebrating with the fans, the bond with the fans. It was brilliant to be a part of, and yeah, it was a special day.
Yeah, and let's talk about the finish then from Dwight Gale. He's done it throughout his whole career. He's a really experienced striker, done it at the highest level in terms of the Premier League. But that finish was quality, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think even comes from the other side of the pitch, keeping the ball in, and then to kind of find his way into the box and time his movement just across the defender and get that deft touch on it. Yeah, it's really smart play from him, and he's someone that obviously has got a lot of experience within the game, as you say, at that higher level, and he's come here and he's really shown that and scored some important goals for us. So yeah, it was a brilliant finish.
Yeah, he's kind of a different profile of striker, isn't he, to what we've kind of got in terms of Mikola Kukurevich or Kieran Bowie. He's more of that kind of fox in the box, kind of clever movement.
Yeah, I think so. He's probably the guy you want in the box at all times. He always knows where to be, the right place to be, and he's really clinical in front of goal. So yeah, he's definitely someone that's made a big impact on the squad this season.
It's also worth mentioning Nicky Cadden's cross for Dwight Gale as well. But I suppose that's the kind of service you'd love to have as well.
Yeah, strikers dream of that kind of service. It's what you want. You're in the right place, but you need the delivery into the box, and I think Nicky Cadden's been doing that all season. He's had a brilliant month. He's been on fire, so yeah, hopefully he can continue that.
Yeah, like Eilidh said, Nicky Cadden's had a fantastic month and was the SPFL Player of the Month for December as well. Let's just hear from him.
Nicky Cadden's there and he scored! And Hibs lead here at Batodry. Nicky Cadden, the goal scorer.
Here comes Nicky Cadden's delivery on top of the goalkeeper. It's 1-0 to Hibernian.
Nicky Cadden down this left-hand side. Nicky looking to put another quality delivery and it's in! Dwight Gale scores!
Nicky, many congratulations. You're the SPFL Player of the Month for December. How does that feel?
Yeah, delighted. But most importantly, it's about us getting up the table, and our form's been really good, and yeah, hopefully that can continue as well.
Yeah, what have you made of your performances in December, but also in November as well? You could have won it in that month.
Yeah, I think like the last couple of months, I've been doing all right, and hopefully that continues. And yeah, I just want to help out the team, and yeah, the team's been going well as well, and hopefully that continues as well.
Yeah, you mentioned the team performance that's kind of come alongside your improvement in form as well. 6 unbeaten now. How much momentum has this squad of players got?
Yeah, we've got a lot of confidence in there at the minute, and as long as we can keep that going, then yeah, I don't know where we can finish, but it could be very good. And yeah, we're looking forward to every Saturday now, and yeah, we're doing well.
Just finally then, how much have you enjoyed your time here since arriving in the summer? Has it been what you expected, or how's it been for you?
Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. It's been a wee bit stop-start with a few injuries and things, but once I've started playing, and yeah, I've been really enjoying it.
Nice one, Nicky. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, Nicky Cadden, Eilidh's been in fantastic form, hasn't he, recently? How integral has he been to Hibs' success and that upward trajectory?
Yeah, I think massive. I think he's been a brilliant signing that's been brought into the club, and I think he's improving game on game, and he's found some consistency within his game. And yeah, he's just an engine up and down that side. He's a really important player for us at the moment, both defensively and attacking. You know, he's got that quality going forward, putting balls into the box, but then also defensively he's really important for us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Nicky Cadden won the Player of the Month award. David Gray won the Manager of the Month award as well, and that's the first time, I believe, since September 2009 where a Hibs manager and player has won the Premiership to 2 Premiership trophies in the same month. Let's hear from David Gray. Dave, it's been quite a hectic schedule in terms of Christmas and New Year. How's it been actually being able to have a full week to prepare for a game?
Yeah, well, just short of that. Obviously, the Rangers game was on Sunday. I think we've benefited from that, having that extra couple of days on the grass. You know, getting around the boys again. Even the boys that haven't played minutes are then able to train properly as well. Because when you're preparing for games, if you haven't played the same amount of minutes, you can sort of decondition at times. You need to be careful of that and guard against that. So we've had a good week this week. And if the full focus now is obviously on Motherwell to try and prepare for that, because this is the last sort of one in the little block of games that we've had. It has been a grueling schedule, but it's the last sort of league game before the attention would change towards the Scottish Cup. So last push before a change of scenery. Yeah,
you obviously were named as the Manager of the Month for December. Nicky Cadden, the Player of the Month as well. But that really shows the trajectory, doesn't it? That went all the way back probably to the last time we played Motherwell.
It certainly does. I think, listen, full credit and congratulations to Nicky. I think it fully deserved for how well he's done. Really affected games in a positive way. Took his opportunity coming back into the team. You know, after a bit of a slow start to his Hibs career with injuries and missing pre-season. You know, he had to build him up. So he's really benefiting from that now, which is great. And we are as a club. I think obviously the Manager of the Month thing comes from a real collective performance. I think you see that from everybody involved, and shows how far we've come. And that's full credit to the players, firstly, for being able to put on the level of performances, and to all the staff for sticking together and pulling in that same direction when we have been through real adversity, but there was that real inner belief that we would turn it around, and thankfully we were able to do that, which is a reflection on that. But by no means that's the end of the road. We need to keep progressing, keep pushing, because we've demonstrated how quick it can change in a positive way. But when you look at this league right now, we're 1 point off 6, but 3 points off 11th again. Now we're not looking down the way at all, but we also need to guard against complacency, and that's something that the key message I'm putting to the players all the time is we keep pushing and keep moving forward.
Yeah, Motherwell obviously one of those sides above us in the table. What do you expect from them?
It'll be a real difficult game. We need to use to the advantage the fact that we've not played during the week and they have. So hopefully we can start the game with real energy and appetite to go and do that. But they're above us in the league at this moment in time for a reason, which is why we need to make sure we go into the game full expecting a tough game. It will be. The players will be ready for it. They know the challenge they faced. It's the third time we've played them this season now. That's the thing. When you get to this stage of the season, you know you have played against everyone, knows everyone now. There's certain tweaks you will do because you'll look at the previous games you've played. But I think we need to look at how well we can address the game and start the game as well as we can, and keep building on this momentum and positivity that's going around at the moment.
Yeah, you spoke in the media today about all five players you'd normally class as starters being unavailable through injury. Just give us an update on how they're getting on.
Yep, the one that's I thought would have made it again, unfortunately, is Eilidh Adams. He's someone that was back on the grass this week, but he's had a little bit of a setback on that, so this game's going to come just too soon, which is unfortunate. Joe Newell's another one that is going to have to take a couple of weeks, which is a bit of a blow, but at the same time will benefit for that longer term. You know, he's had someone that's been nursing an injury at times this season, so a couple of weeks off it, he should strengthen again, and then by then we get the benefits for that moving forward. The longer terms one, like Kieran Bowie and Miko, are back on the grass training now fully, which is great. This game will come too soon because they've been out for too long now, but they've been back on the grass this week, but are very much back involved with an aim potentially for next week, which is great as long as they keep progressing. Obviously still a lot of challenges to get to before that point, but that could be a positive, and a real positive for them too, to be back on the grass. And Marvin's probably the one that's slightly further away, more looking towards the back end of January, start of February, but it's progressing nicely and we're really happy with his progress. So nobody's back for this weekend, which is unfortunate, but at the same time that's the same squad that's been going at it hard recently, and they're all in a good place at the moment and fully fit and ready to go, the rest of them.
Fantastic, good luck this weekend.
Thank you, cheers.
Well, Eilidh, David Gray spoke about the players having a fast start just in that interview. Obviously Motherwell played in the week. He'll want to take advantage of potentially any tiredness from them.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously all the players just now will probably be feeling it because it's been such a busy and intense schedule. But yeah, even that extra kind of maybe not having a game during the week, hopefully even towards the closing stages of the game, maybe something they can try to take advantage of. But yeah, it's probably a period of time where all the players are quite exhausted. Yeah,
what do you think will be the most important thing today then for David Gray? Where do you think the game could be won or lost?
I think not conceding maybe a silly goal. I think the goals we conceded against Rangers were maybe quite similar in terms of the crosses into the box. So maybe that's something that could try and stop, and then going forward I think scored 3 goals against them at the same time, so continuing to be clinical and hopefully keeping a clean sheet and scoring some good goals.
Yeah, what do you reckon today then?
I'm going to go 2-0 Hibs.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, let's hope that is the case. That's all we've got time for. Eilidh, thank you very much for joining us. And remember, you can support the women's team for the game against Spartans and the semi-final against Aberdeen too. Just check out our website and our social media accounts. And hopefully Eilidh's prediction of 2-0 comes true. Thank you very much for watching.